Guys, you might hear kids in the background, they're playing. It is school holidays here in Australia. Now, you're looking at that, that's a Mac. I have a heap of Macs just came in. I just destroyed one. Someone's going to cry, I reckon. But I destroyed that one, ripped it apart, it's going to the scrap. I got sent them by the guy that gives me stuff. This one, I think the screen's got to come out of that one. The screen's apparently worth $300. Apparently, got a heap of them. This one goes white screen, and they do say that it is actually the processor board in this one. Now I do have another processor board sitting down there, but getting it apart, I know I've got to take the glass off. There's a couple of magnets up the top here. I need to pull it apart, but I might continue doing the other one until I get to these big ones. Sorry about that. These ones are massive screen. Some of them are really big. Yeah. Anyway, we'll keep working on it. Heaps and heaps and heaps of computers. I need to get rid of some of this stuff. This is really starting to get out of control. And what it was meant to be just some fun has turned into a massive job. Anyway, we'll keep working on it. Hey guys, still working on these apples. I've got my final one to go. I've stripped down tons of apple parts, throwing a heap of them out too. Now, what I did find was that if I used a flat tip screwdriver on the screen, on the edge of the plastic screens, I could actually get, sorry about the glare on this video, I could actually get the thing to come off of the screen. And once you get the screen off, you just have to unscrew all the screws, which are around the outside, like these ones, because the only thing holding the screen on are these magnets, these neodymium magnets, which are pretty handy to have. Now, this one's got a really good Wi-Fi card. I usually keep the Wi-Fi cards. I'm in Victoria, and I'll probably end up getting rid of all this stuff if anyone needs some of it. Give me a yell. I probably won't have much if it's a couple of years down the track. But there's your Wi-Fi card there. Okay, your Bluetooth card is over here on the unit. That's your power supply, virtually the same as a PC power supply. In fact, they've copied it. And this is your buck boost converter board for, I'd say, your display. Don't quote me on that though, but yeah, actually it is for the display, because that's where the display hooks into for the power. And that is where, on this model, your screen information comes out of there. And I think there's one more cable. I think it's one of these that has to be hooked in as well. Other than that, it's very easy to pull apart. Just go to Bunnings, get a heap of these, and yeah, taking this apart. It's mainly aluminium, these models. The ones that are black, well, the plastic is worth not much at all. I strip them down to get rid of the aluminium. I know you fanboy Apple guys, I'm sorry about that. I used to be an Amiga fanboy, but nowadays it's just about the money. It's not about what you got in your backyard to look after, but I am getting along with a heap of other things. I'll probably end up moving the server down here. If you notice, my lights are pretty bright. It's a sunny day down here, so we're pulling probably, I don't know, 4 kilowatts in. So that comes out, that's for sure. That's your card reader there. That'll come out of there, and this is all your parts. Now, I did notice that these computers do only run an i5 version 2, some of them. Now, they're probably more advanced now. I don't know what model this is, because I don't actually put much on these to tell you what model you got. Now, a lot of them have got more advanced features than this one here. I did pull one the other day, and it did have an 500 gig Samsung SSD in it. So you guys that are looking for a 500 gig SSD, you see one of these sitting on the side of the road, hey, give it a try. Like it's either going to be that or a 500 one of these, or one or 320, or maybe a 1 terabyte. I've got a couple of 1 terabytes out of it as well. So this is pretty much a talk, this one. I'm still waiting on a thing coming from Growatt to upgrade, or not really upgrade, more of replace a part in my Growatt stuff, in my Growatt series. I did notice Andy today. He was thinking about expanding his setup. I did throw in to use 2 buzz bars. It seems to be a lot easier to do if you want to hook something else in. Not that anyone sends me anything to test. Why would they? I'm only a calibration technician. If you guys want to send something to test, send it out. I'll test it. I probably don't have the equipment that I used to have to do calibration, so it's not going to be a total calibration test unless I'm using something that is calibrated to do it. Very boring job. Don't get into it if you can help it. Anyway, I'll keep going with this. I'm nearly finished. This is probably the last bit. Not much gold in these things. A little bit. Probably enough for someone to have a go at. They don't leave much at all to the imagination on gold. If you want, I'll just quickly pull this out and show you it. Okay, so here is the power supply that would be in that model there. I didn't pull it out, but I have a number of these power supplies. They're all different sizes, and yeah, don't play with them because you've probably got still power in these caps. I'll warn you out now. That one's got a dent in it. These caps here, they're pulling up. That doesn't look good. So I'd be worried about your caps in these things. I'd be replacing them if I was keeping it, which I'm not. But let's have a look at some of the other ones that got the same problem. I can't see it on the other ones. What's this one doing? This one is similar to that one, and you don't see the ends of the silver. So like on that one. So I'm saying straight away they're bad caps. Yeah, they're the 420 volts, 150 microfarad capacitors. Okay, final thoughts on this one here. I think this was a white screen, and it was said that it was this that was the problem. Now I'm just looking at this, and if you look really careful at these capacitors, do you notice something? They've been cut off at some stage and replaced. Now that means that this buck boost converter board that controls the screen, because that's the screen connector there, has problems with its capacitors. Now I'm not sure what year or model this one is. I'll try and get a date. There's not much on it that tells me much about the date, unless this can come out. Might be able to get that out in a minute. So that's it for the day. I'm going to enjoy my day. It's a beautiful day out there, and you can hear the dogs going off. They're going for a walk, and I'm going to get into, I picked that up the other day. That's a Variac, very handy. Yeah, anyway, we're just going to get rid of all this stuff.